give it a couple of minutes. We don't ever have time for a couple of minutes. I mean, we do, but we don't. But it's a little buff. I might not be able to do this live today. Hold on. Yes, bluffing. All right, we're good. So I call these kind of gumbo video because they're just like random facts or like random information, random downloads I've been having as of lately. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna start it off. It's just whatever channel is chilled first. Sometimes I like to keep going with the same channeling message, but bring out more of the best of what I can do to its ability. I think what I wanted to say was connecting to your higher self. Something about connecting with your higher self, staying in your higher self while you're around other people who is low vibration. Staying connected to you, staying connected to the higher point of view. I'm a little tired right now, low on fucking energy, but it's okay. I push through. We gonna make a way, we gonna push through. So what I learned, the key is of staying in your high vibration moment, or just having that same moment of in your higher state of mind, higher state of consciousness, that same type of energy that you get the first round. You have to visualize your organs or like your atoms and your things that are within you sticking like a magnet to it, or like sticking your spirit or your ego like a magnitude to it. And the way I do it is I visualize like my grounding. I visualize my roots. If I'm staying connected to the visualization of my roots, then I know I am fully grounded. But how I do it is I take things of nature that keeps me grounded, that symbolizes things of being rooted. Like, you have a tree. We look at trees every day. We look at plants every day. We look at nature every day. We feel nature every day. Some of us have the ability to adapt inside of Mother Nature. She gives us the ability to control her elements within our true essence of nature by Mother. And then there are some people, some spirits, some souls who are on the Father, which deals with time, frequency, which deals with numbers, numerology, and stuff like that. Those are people, or those of spirit of the Father, and then there's spirit of the Mother. Sometimes the Father will pull you out of the Mother to work with Him. And time is an illusion. It's man-made structure, because numbers are man-made structures. Numbers that we are seeing, like in our visible eyes, like not invisible, but like something that we can reflect back onto, that's on the inner side of us. So this is what Mother does. She will take us in underneath her wings so that we can learn from the source of her. Mother is also symbolic for, matter, darkness, chaos. We come from the womb We come from mother, but we come also out of the father, through the mother, out of the mother through the father. It's like the yin and yang polarity. And when you know how to operate out of darkness and light, sometimes you won't recognize your true moments of darkness and light until, you sit back and you have a reflection on something that's totally like outside of you, or something that reflects on the inside as well. There's always going to be something that reflects on the outside and also on the inside. You can never escape your own cold. You can never escape your own light or your own spirit at all. It's impossible. There are things every day around us that's going to constantly remind us not to do this, not to do that, how to be and how to become. But it's up to us in that moment of time of who we choose to become and want to be. Hi, welcome, winner. I'm just now seeing y'all. Hi, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button. Much appreciate, love you for it. All I ask is for a like. And then if you want to donate, send me any blessings. Because I know I'm gonna pay my cell phone bill, and I'm in a homeless shelter. So, I mean, I had paid my cell phone bill this last month, but I used my last, so that's why I'm asking. And I don't have a job right now, but I'm getting ready to. But yeah. So when you are in your higher state of consciousness, keep visualizing yourself being higher. Okay, already, you son of a... Sorry, they do too much early in the morning. The Longhorns. But anyway. He was like, no, don't say that. Say something else now. I'm like, okay. Work with your inner child on visualization, if you're having trouble visualizing. Some people might have a blockage of visualization. They might have a cloak over their third eye. You have to really ask spirit to uncloak it, remove the cloak. And when you remove the cloak, sometimes you have to be on the opposite direction of what you think you imagining yourself being in, whether it's good or bad. It's only good if it becomes good, if you make it good. It only becomes bad if you make it bad. It becomes bad. But what is good and what is bad to you? Who knows what that looks like for you? Because we might get the wrong perception of what is good and what is evil. I see it all the time. But the thing is, who's going to correct these individuals who are just now becoming or wanting to become what they want to become? Or even if they are who they are, and in essence, but they're trying to identify what is good and what is bad towards them, as of energy wise, or something that they're seeing. Everything within anything and everything can always be misled sometimes by our ego judgmental perspective, because ego is saying, okay, that is bad. Spirit will say that is good. But when two are in conflict with each other, which we experience all the time, every day of the hour, every minute of the hour, where spirit and soul, or ego, spirit, they're all visualizing themselves as three different people, three different types of energy, three different types of, whatever the case may be. I will have visions of myself fighting against two of my other self. From how I look at it, it's okay, one version of me is from the past, one version of me is from the present, and one version of me is from the future. And we're all in this like type of battle within our like mind, and it's weird. But can't none of them identify each other, what is good and what is bad of their reality? Because the human subconscious of me, aka the earthly conscious of me, 0.1 gravity of me, wants to like not believe of their ability of understanding. They get on my fucking nerves. They really do. And then I'm sitting here watching them. There's nothing in their fucking way. They just want to pump on. Okay, New York. I fucking get it. um, yeah. Like, anyway. So, all these three versions of me is constantly in a fucking battle between darkness and light. But, like I said, the human consciousness of me does not want to, I don't know, comprehend. Sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't. It depends on the situation. It depends if we have truly a sin or descent. Sometimes your human consciousness does not know how to ascend or descend. It's something outside of it, which is a different version of yourself from a different point of time, is pushing you to understand where you need to be in your reality when you ascend and descend. Sometimes when you, okay, let's give it an example. All right, when you see somebody outside of you arguing, and it's not about you, but you are on a scale of, say, there's a scale, right? You're on this scale, and you see them two arguing, and you're listening in on the conversation. You're listening in to both parties. You're listening in on the abuser abusing their victim, and you're witnessing the victim being abused. But then again, so like I was saying, when you're on a scale and you're seeing both sides to both equations, or like you see the problem and the solution between the abuser and then the victim as well. Okay, there's going to be something within your mind's eye for you to have the ability to see both sides. Really what it is, they're triggering your subconsciously. Your subconscious. And it's making you have a decision whether you want to help both parties. But what you can do, if you don't want to do it in reality, you can do it within the mind. And by doing that, you can talk to both parties by having conversations with them, by imagining having conversation with them. Or sometimes I have to do it right then and there so that both parties don't get fucking hurt, because it's not fun seeing anybody hurt at all, whether they're in the wrong or not. But the abuser, what you're gonna do, you can give it adolescence too, but you already know, you can see their outcome of how they're gonna get their karma. But don't step in their way of not allowing them to get their karma, but protect them from doing something idiotic where it will send them to a place that we are both familiar with, which is purgatory or hell or whatever the case may be. But then again, if you can see and if you know that that person needs karma and then the other party needs justice, be the justice and be the karma. I mean, you're gonna have those moments where it triggers you subconsciously and you don't recognize when you're doing it in a moment of time, but it's only till you're out of time you will recognize it. When it's out of time, when it's in time, it can kind of mess you up a little bit. It can kind of, then you start to have glitches in reality, or you start to feel weird, you start to feel different. You have to really like identify yourself, to you, what is good and what is bad, and don't let something else influence you what is good and what is bad. I mean, we get influenced every day, don't get me wrong, we do, but what do you perceive yourself, what is good and what is bad? That's, some of us are still in a duality consciousness, and I have risen all, like, out of all stages, but the thing is, I like to talk about it because it's an interesting subject, because not a lot of people know half of the shit that I know. But then some people know more and some people know less, but it's not a competition. It's about how you're gonna like spread the message and who needs to hear it and who doesn't want to hear it. It's not like, these information is not for everybody, because not everyone is experiencing exactly what you are experiencing or witnessing. So my advice for you today, for those who see supernatural shit and unsupernatural shit, start sharing your story. Start coming up on YouTube, because there's gonna be, you don't know who you're sharing this with, but at the end of the day, it will feel good off your chest for witnessing certain things, or like knowing certain things. Just always be you, and don't be afraid to like share your opinion about like anything, because your opinion matters at the end of the day. Your blueprint, what you know, matters, and we all need to like try to figure out how can we create a bigger blueprint. But I feel like the next generation will, I already see what they gotta go through, but there's just more, it's gonna be more easier. For me, I feel like it will be more easier for them, because especially when they're in their knowing and their awakening, it's just gonna be a lot easier. They don't have to like really go through that struggle. But I mean, they're gonna struggle, but not like to that extreme struggle of pressure of becoming a diamond like we did. But sometimes, because we became their protector, that's what I did. But I don't know about y'all. I became some of their protectors. And I was like, all right, I volunteer. It's kind of like the Hunger Games movie. Like when Katniss, I think that's how you say her name, she volunteered for her sister. I was like, yeah, that's kind of like me. But yeah. But I'm gonna catch y'all later. Bye.